Just Erin Christiansen.
Welcome back. Did you happen to see this haze over the city today? I didn't even notice it, but we got a phone call from one of our photographers who said, hey, I was up in the foothills and I was shooting looking toward the Santa Rita Mountains, and there's this dust, this haze, this gunk that's in the air. What in the world is this thing? I said, I don't know. Shoot it for us. Bring it back and I'll take a look at it. And sure enough, he certainly did. And boy, this is just our garden variety gunk in the air during winter that's normally aloft. It's in the upper levels. It might settle in overnight, but I'll tell you why this didn't burn off very quickly today in just a second. You see, temperature cools with height. We call that temperature inversion when it's just the opposite. And that's exactly what happens at night when the cold air that's in the upper level settles down into the valley. It's cold, it's heavy, it's a lot more dense than the warmer air that surrounds it. So it just kind of hangs there. And overnight, it does take a lot of the dust and dirt that's in the upper levels being kicked around by the wind down to where we're at the surface. So we kind of get a haze that you've probably noticed early in the morning. If you get up early, I'm talking like around sunrise, you can usually see that haze in the air, but it burns off relatively quickly, especially here because we typically have clear skies. The sun warms the air at the surface very quickly. That warm air likes to rise, and then it will lift that haze, that dust, that gunk out of the air into the upper levels very, very quickly. The thing that we've had working against that over the past couple of days, extensive cloud cover. So we haven't had that rapid mixing of the different layers of the atmosphere, that rapid warm up, because the sun just can't break through those clouds very well. Not only that, the wind has been terribly light. Sometimes we can get some wind to move through and kind of push that air into the upper levels, maybe even some orographic lift with that, using the mountains as a ramp, and then it takes the dust out very quickly. So we haven't had either one of those factors today, so that haze that we normally see just at about sunrise hung around a really long time. By the way, that video was shot about 3 o'clock this afternoon. So my thanks to Chris Miracle, our hardworking photojournalist, for that one. And at the airport, our clouds still hanging on. We're at 49 degrees right now. Wind is from the west at 7 miles per hour. We're at 45 in Casa Grande as well as Safford, 42 Wilcox, but check out Show Low. Temps there have already dropped into the lower 20s tonight. Their high only 34 degrees. Oracle warm to 58. Tucson's high 61. Not nearly as warm as we anticipated. The forecast high was about 65 degrees, but just didn't see too many breaks in those clouds. Thought we'd have a touch more sunshine from what we did. So those clouds kept our high on the low side. We were 4 degrees below our average. Our morning low, however, 42 to above our average there. Here's a look at those clouds across the state. We're noticing them starting to filter out quite a bit, more clear skies on the backside of this batch of clouds that will stay with us here overnight. So do expect to see the sun returning by tomorrow, but another storm system is going to bring those clouds back come the weekend. And we even have a slim chance for rain in the weekend forecast. You'll see that coming up in just a bit. This is our big weather maker today. We were tracking it for you. You might remember yesterday on our future cast talking about this was going to be the first significant snowfall for the Chicagoland area, the upper Great Lakes. They hadn't had much snow so far. And we did get some pretty good pictures here coming from my parents' house. My dad took these photos. This is actually the front yard of their property. And at O'Hare today, 420 flights were canceled, over 100 flights canceled at Midway Airport. And the snow, my parents said, at 9:30, still coming down. So at the point these pictures were taken, looks like about 4 or 5 inches worth of snow there, but 8 inches of snow in the forecast. Those lows overnight in the 30s for us, 40s though for Ajo and Sells. And as we jump ahead to Martin Luther King Jr. Day, partly cloudy skies. There's that slim 10% chance for rain, but temps are going to stay in the upper 60s through Saturday, mid to low 60s through the holiday. 9 on your side.